This girl is breaking the internet and reinventing the rules of podcasting.
So, like, who are you? Like, where'd you...
Who am I?
Yeah.
Is that a serious question? I have more followers than you on TikTok.
Okay, may I ask who you are?
Oh, my name is Bobbi.
That's right, Bobbi Althoff, who you may have recently seen viral clips of interviewing celebs like Drake, Lil Yachty, and JBalvin. How has Bobbi become one of the most successful and fastest growing podcasters? Is it her deadpan, awkward humor?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for your apology. I don't accept it. Do you have any tattoos?
Or the fact that she had some of the most famous people as guests on her show? What about the money that she invested?
Right now I have like $20,000 of debt.
That sucks. Is that from school or is that from...
No, from my podcast.
I must admit, I am a big advocate for following the rules in podcasting. But Bobbi may have shifted my mindset and showed all of us that going against the grain and breaking typical podcasting rules may be just what you need in order to stand out and make a statement. So let's see how she's done this and how it has allowed her to skyrocket to fame in less than a year. So Bobbi, who is she? She first popped up as this cool mom TikToker. She took a little break, went private, and then came back funnier than ever. Have you ever caught snippets of her podcast, The Really Good Podcast? Insane views. And since its kickoff in early 2023...
How long have you been doing the podcast? Like
Since April.
April, yeah.
She's just casually chatted with big names like Drake and Lil Yachty. Talk about leveling up fast. Rulebook says, want a celeb? Email their agent, maybe their manager. Bobbi? She's just out here like, hey TikTok, connect me with a celeb, here's $300.
What made me bug you? I paid someone $300.
To get me here.
Yes.
That's all I'm worth.
Bold? Yeah. This approach is unconventional and might be considered unprofessional, but it has clearly worked for Bobbi as she's landed interviews with famous guests. When it comes to her Drake interview...
How much money do you have?
A significant amount.
Bobbi's sense of humor caught Drake's attention when she interviewed Funny Marco. After seeing Drake followed her on Instagram, she took her shot and sent him a DM asking if he would be on her show. It worked for her. This approach to booking celebrity guests shows that sometimes breaking the rules and taking unconventional approaches can yield successful results. While her methods may not work for everyone, it's important to think outside the box and consider unconventional ways of achieving your goals. You know those polished interviews? Yeah, she's not about that. Bobbi's vibe? Awkward. Super awkward.
Would you put a picture of my face on your next album?
No.
Why?
That's weird.
I didn't think you'd say no that fast.
But there's some method to her madness. Instead of those standard Q&A sessions, she's giving us almost ASMR-like vibes and watching celebs squirm a bit.
Famous people really aren't that anything. They're not that intriguing.
You're not that anything?
Huh?
You're not that anything or that intriguing?
No, I'm an anomaly.
Did you have trouble saying that word?
I don't know why I did.
Try it again.
I'm an anomaly.
Good job.
I didn't want to overpronounce it like that either. I'm an anomaly.
I'm not going to cut out you saying that wrong 50 times.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
The humor of her videos is less about the punchlines and more about seeing the baffled and unexpected reactions from the celebrities she interviews. And since her podcast clips are often in video format, the facial expressions of her and her guest play a crucial role.
Perreo is like grind, like you're grinding, just like...
I'm definitely not doing any of that.
Like going like this and tra.
Okay, I can't even look at you.
Typically, podcast interviews are conducted in a more polished and professional manner, with hosts asking prepared questions and guests giving thoughtful answers. The focus is usually on the guest's accomplishments and insights, with the host acting as a facilitator to guide the conversation. However, Bobbi's approach is unconventional and breaks these typical rules by intentionally creating an uncomfortable and awkward atmosphere. This approach is not for everyone, but it has clearly worked for her in terms of creating viral content and landing big-name guests. Now, when she sat down with Mark Cuban, she dropped a bombshell: $20,000 in credit card debt for the podcast.
I don't have any money.
None?
At all. I have debt, actually.
You have debt? How much debt do you have?
Right now I have Like $20,000 of debt.
That sucks. Is that from school or is that from?
No, from my podcast.
Oh, for your podcast? What'd you
Yeah.
borrow money for?
I didn't. Well, I just borrowed it from the bank to like I put it on a credit card. Just every episode that I film, I spend a lot of money on.
Wow.
I haven't made any
Why didn't you
money.
come to me and like investors instead of having to borrow?
Because I wanted to have full ownership of it myself. So
See, look at you. Let's mic up on that.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I believe in my podcast.
Now, I'm not saying to go into debt for your podcast, but if you truly believe in your vision, it may help to get you to where you want to be faster if you invest in yourself. However, you don't have to spend that much. In order to save money, Bobbi could have considered conducting these interviews remotely on a platform like Riverside, saving her the travel costs. If you want to start a podcast and not max out your credit card, check out this video on creating a video podcast on a budget. Authenticity. We hear it everywhere. Be yourself. But Bobbi, she had a different idea. She found that certain awkward, quirky part of her and ran with it. We're all here for it. Leaning into the parts of your personality that people like can be a successful strategy when it comes to creating content, including podcasts. Bobbi Althoff is an excellent example of this. She embraced her awkward, deadpan humor, which not only helped her stand out, but also resonated with her audience.
Why did you start on TikTok as an alter ego rather than yourself? Was it because you were nervous about being who you are, or you just thought it was way more fun?
Because myself doesn't get views. So I had to do where the money was, you know.
That's smart.
But it doesn't go
though,
viral
yeah.
to be myself. I definitely I posted my first video that went viral was my proposal, and I just went viral for simply being, and it was not even like a joke. It was my genuine proposal. It went viral for being super awkward.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I
I'm
saw
just
that.
gonna it was so bad. And then I posted my wedding, which was like in a courthouse in LA, and it also went viral for being awkward again. So I was like, you know what? Let me just lean into like this really weird self
Yeah.
that I am. Let me just like lean into it more.
She even said it herself, being myself doesn't get views. But the awkward persona, it's like TikTok gold. By leaning into her unique viral-worthy personality traits, Bobbi was able to create a distinct and memorable brand that has helped her achieve success in podcasting. While it may not work for everyone, being authentic and embracing your quirks can be a powerful way to connect with your audience and build a loyal following. In a world of podcasting filled with rules, Bobbi Althoff just took the playbook and chucked it out the window. And the results? Pure, unfiltered success. She's a reminder that sometimes to make a mark, you gotta draw outside the lines. If you liked this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And before you go, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss another video from Riverside. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Bridget, and I'll see you in the next one.